Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another session. So today's lift, we got chest and back. So the first exercise that I started off with is the plate loaded seated row. And the reason that being is because this specific machine is at a decline. So you get more of an insinuation on the stretch. And you can't beat that. Like, what? Come on now. So yeah, here we are. We're just warming up with a plate. I think the starting weight for this is like I don't know, it's like 25 pounds, something like that. So 25 pounds plus the 45 that's on there right now. Just cranking out a couple, making sure my joints are warmed up before I get into my working sets, making sure my muscles are also warmed up before I get into my working sets. This was a strength session, so I kept the rep range very low. The reps didn't hit anything over 7 on any of my exercises that I did. I was really trying to focus on the squeeze when I was doing these rows. You know, just like a 1 second squeeze and then put it back down. I'm relatively new to this machine, so I'm not as strong in this movement per se as like the free weight barbell rows or the Smith barbell rows, but we're definitely building up that strength in this exercise. We're getting there. I'm getting a lot stronger week by week, so it's exciting for me. New gains to be made. And yeah, if you're trying to get stronger in rows, I recommend you using this seated row and just load the plates on over the machine seated row, for the simple fact that you can load up more weight, A, and then B, I feel like with the seated machine where you just, remove the pin and then, put the pin where you want the weight to be, I feel like those are just easy to do because they're on pulleys. And since that it's on that pulley system, it makes the actual weight not what it is, if that makes sense. Like, it cuts the weight in half. So for me, on certain exercises, I'll just try to stay away from the machine if it has a pulley. Not saying that you can't get an effective workout in, not saying you can't get a good pump or that you can't get stronger using those machines with pulleys. It's just from my experience, using double pulley systems, it cuts the weight in half, and it's just not fun at that point because you just caught off guard, It's like, damn, you really thinking you pulling 200 whole time. Oh, you forget it's on a double pulley system, so it'll cut in half. So just, I don't know, for me, certain machines, I just try to stay away from it if it has like a double pulley system, or if the machine just doesn't feel good to me. Like, this machine is hard, it's heavy, and it's no joke. It really push you past your limits. So for my working sets on the road specifically, I like to focus on controlling the movement as best I can, even with the heavy ass weight. Is because you're essentially killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And the reason being is because you're training strength whilst also building muscle. When you slow the movement down and you focus on the eccentric, you're recruiting more muscle fibers for the movement. When we slow the movement down and our body and our muscle fibers feel the movement and it starts to react, we grow tremendously. It's night and day. And why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone, having that strength training and also building muscle at the same time? It literally doesn't get any better than that. You're telling me that by slowing the movement down, I'm recruiting more muscle fibers that makes my muscles it makes it thicker and stronger over time. You can't beat that. Now, there's several different styles when it comes to training, because some people might train for explosiveness, they might train for power, and their goal would be to, when they're doing anything, whether it be a push or pull movement, would be to be aggressive with it, or to be just kind of like launch it almost, in a sense. Like their goal is to make sure they're keeping that constant tension on the muscle, and so they might not go all the way down, or they might not go all the way up because they're trying to keep that constant tension. And it's really hard. Like, a lot of people would shit talk like not doing full range of motion and yada yada yada, but there's something to be said about keeping constant tension on the muscle and constantly shocking the muscle. You don't have to do full range of motion for every set. You don't. Like, I would recommend if you're a beginner, yeah, start off with full range of motion because you got to get the mechanics of the movement down, right? But over time, like, there's something to be said in switching up the styles, you know? Now, does that mean that your form should be shit while doing it? No, your form shouldn't be shit. Like, if your form is corrupting, like you got a cheat curl or whatever, or you might like, you just looks like you might injure yourself, whatever the case might be, then let's take a step back and think about what we're doing here. What are the goals that we're trying to achieve in the gym? And let's reassess, you know. And if it is like, and it's something that it is we need to be doing, then continue doing it. But if it's not, then you might need to switch it up. But like, I used to be a big advocate for full range of motion for every, like, I used to nitpick for every single set, every single everything. I used to be like that too. But like I said, you'll come to realize if you really want to get big, then you got to keep that constant tension on the muscle. And you can switch it up. I'm not saying don't do full range of motion. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, I'm knocking full range of motion. No, do full range of motion. There's nothing wrong with it. Do full range of motion. Even if you 90% of the way down, in my eyes, in my book, that's full range of motion. Like, I'm not like super specific with everything. Like, some people would consider, if you're not doing ATG on squats, then then you're just not doing the right form. Like, I'm not that specific, bro. Like, if you got 90 degrees, dog, I'm good, bro. Like, or even if it's slightly above 90, like for some of my taller fellas out there, man, bro, I get it, bro. Y'all good, bro. Like, I understand, you know what I'm saying? I understand. But it really just all depends on what are your goals in the gym. Everybody's goals are different in the gym. So with that being said, my goals are different, and my goal is just to be as strong as possible with building muscle in the process. So that's just what's been working for me. That's the routine I'm on, and I'm just pumping out these videos to show you guys what I'm on. You know, I can only speak for what works for me. There's more than one way to get big, dog. Like, when y'all watch these videos, like, don't be like, oh shit, I gotta run and do everything he does, holy shit. Like, bro. Anyways, that's the video for today. Don't forget to like my video. I'll be back with another session tomorrow.